This is not a usual full squash game. This is long rally style game with a specific rule. And once you understand that rule, you will clearly understand why both players are constantly moving and positioning their footwork behind the shot line. Now the rule here is very important. Before we go further, the first bounce must land past the shot line. You can see that red line running across the middle of the court in the overhead shot. That line is everything in this game. Every rally, every drive, every lob and every return has to clear that line on the first bounce. If the ball lands before the shot line, the point goes against the player who hit it. That is why Hunaid and Yoan are not just standing casually and hitting the ball. They're constantly adjusting their body position, recovering their footwork and preparing to send ball deep enough beyond that line. Let's introduce the two players in this rally. First, we have Hunaid. Hunaid's game look very controlled and composed. He's not just hitting the ball with power, he's placing the ball smartly, especially with those sharp cross-court shots. His biggest strength in this rally is court direction. He's making Yoan move from one side of the court to the other, forcing him to stretch, recover and reset again and again. On the other side, we have Yoan. Yoan is showing good effort, quick reactions and a strong fighting attitude. He's trying to stay inside the rally and match the speed of the game. But Hunaid's angles are creating real problems for him. The rules remain same. Keep the rally alive, return the ball properly and try to control the court. But today, the real story is about pressure and Hunaid is applying that pressure beautifully. As the rally begins, both players are trying to find their rhythm. Yoan looks active and ready moving forward and preparing himself for each return. He's trying to stay alert and respond quickly to every shot. But Hunaid, however, looks calm and balanced. He's watching the ball carefully, waiting for the right moment and then choosing the correct angle. This is where Hunaid's game starts becoming interesting. Instead of playing simple straight returns all the time, he starts using the ball width of the court with the cross-court shots. These shots force Yoan to change direction quickly and move across the court. In squash, this is very important tactic because a straight shot keeps the opponent in one lane, but a cross-court shot makes the opponent travel. Once the opponent starts traveling repeatedly, the legs become heavy, the recovery becomes slower, and mistakes began to appear. Yoan is reaching many of the balls, but he is not always getting enough time to return them with proper control. That is where Hunaid starts gaining the upper hand. Now look at Hunaid's body position and shot selection. He is not rushing the shot unnecessarily. He waits for the ball, opens the racket face and sends it diagonally across the court with purpose. This is where his cross-court control becomes the biggest highlight of the rally. Yoan tries to respond, but the ball is moving away from him and he has to chase it quickly. Again, Hunaid goes cross-court and again Yoan is forced to move wide. This is not just a good shot, this is smart squash. Hunaid is using the width of the court to make Yoan defend from uncomfortable positions. The more Yoan moves sideways, the harder it becomes for him to recover back to the center. In squash, the center area is very important because whoever controls the middle usually controls the rally. Right now, Hunaid is doing exactly that. He's making Yoan run more while he himself stays balanced and ready for the next shot. But credit should also go to Yoan because even under pressure, he's not giving up easily. He's trying to read Hunaid's shot early, adjust his footwork and return the ball whenever possible. His shot is clearly visible. He's moving well, reacting quickly and trying to stay alive in the rally. But the main issue for Yoan is not effort. The main issue is timing and positioning. When Hunaid hits those sharp cross-court shots, Yoan is reaching slightly late. And when a player reaches the ball late, the return usually becomes weak or uncontrolled. The weak return gives Hunaid another chance to attack. This is where squash becomes both a physical and mental game. Yoan needs to break Hunaid's pattern. He cannot allow Hunaid to keep using the same cross-court pressure again and again. He needs to respond with tighter straight shots, better length, or shot the force Hunaid away from the middle. But in this rally, Hunaid is reading the game better and using the angles more effectively. Now let's connect this rally with Garmin Connect cardio data. The total activity time is 1 hour 32 minutes and 41 seconds, which is long and demanding session for a sport like squash. The average heart rate is 134 beats per minute, showing the body was working consistently throughout the session. But the biggest highlight is the maximum heart rate of 172 beats per minute. The number shows the intensity of the fast rallies, sudden movements, quick reactions, and repeated recoveries. Every time Hunaid sends Yoan into the corner or across the court, Yoan has to sprint, stop, turn, and return the ball. That type of movement increases heart rate very quickly. The session also shows 778 total calories burned with 662 active calories, which proves that the game was not only racket skills but also full body movement. Squash is one of those sports where intensity may look simple from the outside, but once you check the data, you realize how much effort the body is putting in. Now this is one of the best moments of the rally. Hunaid gets the ball in comfortable position and Yoan is expecting a normal return. But instead of playing a predictable shot, Hunaid changes the angle again and hits a strong crosscourt. The ball travels away from Yoan, forcing him to move quickly across the court. Yoan tries to reach it. He stretches, reacts, and gives effort, but the timing becomes difficult and he cannot return it properly. The moment clearly shows the value of Hunaid's shot selection. A cross-court shot is dangerous when played at right time because it does not only depend on power, it depends on direction, timing, and how far it forces the opponent to move. Hunaid is repeatedly making Yoan cover the maximum distance in the minimum time. Yoan is active, but Hunaid is making him react instead of allowing him to plan. That is the main difference between attacking squash and defensive squash. From a tactical point of view, Hunaid is doing three things very well. He's controlling direction, he's controlling space, and he's controlling tempo. He is not giving Yoan easy straight balls all the time. He's pushing Yoan away from the center and forcing him to cover more of the court. He's also not rushing unnecessarily. He waits for the right moment, chooses the angle, and then plays the cross court. This makes his game look more calculated and effective. Yoan, on the other hand, needs to focus more on the recovery position. After every return, he has to come back quickly towards the center. If he stays too deep or too wide, Hunaid's next cross court becomes even harder to return. Yoan also need to reduce loose returns because every loose return gives Hunaid another opportunity to attack. Still, Yoan's fighting spirit is strong. He continues chasing the ball and trying to stay in the rally, which makes the game exciting to watch. This short rally game shows why squash is such a demanding sport. It requires speed, stamina, hand-eye coordination, quick decision making, and strong recovery after every shot. The Garmin heart rate data supports this perfectly. With a maximum heart rate of 172 beats per minute, this session pushed the body into high-intensity zone. Hunaid's advantage is that he's not only playing physically, he's also playing tactically. He's using smart placements to make Yoan work harder. Instead of simply hitting the ball back, he's creating problems with angles. Yoan's challenge is to stay calm under pressure and find a way to stop Hunaid's cross-court rhythm. Once Hunaid gets that angle, Yoan is immediately forced into defense. And in squash, if a player keeps defending for too long, the point usually slips away. Hunaid's smart angles made the difference, and Yoan's fighting spirit kept the game alive. Hunaid showed calm shot selection and strong court awareness, especially when he opened the court and forced the Yoan into difficult returns. Yoan kept pushing with good movement, quick reactions, and solid effort even when he was pulled out of position. The Garmin Connect data already showed how the intense was, with a maximum heart rate of 172 beats per minute, proves that both players put into the game. That's the end of the squash match. Great energy, great effort, strong effort, and a solid game from both players. Until the next match, keep playing, keep improving, and keep the rally alive.